You got me feeling existential when I see you walking down the hall. Exotic potential, who's suffering from a broken heart. Lost in the mirror, said she doesn't need another man.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 30 of From the Green Room. And that's right, I said episode 30. So I've managed to interview 30 bands in the last year. So, but my guest tonight, nonetheless, is Ian Abel of the Ian Abel Band. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm happy to be number 31.
No, you're actually 30, I think. But
Oh, Max, I'm number 30.
You're number 30.
All right. Well, I'm going to do my best to make 31 sweat after this one.
Yeah. That make them feel the pressure and have to step up their game a little bit. Thanks for stopping by to chat with me. And so just recently, the band unveiled the visually alluring music video for your newest single, "Eyes on You." That featured live footage from the legendary Troubadour in Hollywood, West Hollywood, California, and that's a pretty big venue. A lot of people would recognize that name. How cool was it to be able to play there for one, and such an iconic venue, and be able to use some of that footage from your performance there?
Oh, it was a dream to play there first off, and then we got to headline the show there, which was sick, and that's the footage. And I mean, the week we played there too, the Elton John film had just come out, so everyone was going, and a lot of people were taking photos, and they were stoked, and everyone would bring it up. They're like, "Hey, that was in the movie," and I'm like, I know, but make sure you're paying attention to me too. It's not just about the sign. Okay, I know the sign's cool.
Focus, people,
Yeah.
focus.
One of my friends, Eric, told me, because I was back and forth. I was like, do I film this show? And he was like, dude, you have to. And I said, okay.
Right.
And I'm glad he did, because it's gotten me a lot of mileage, that footage. And I'm very lucky that my drummer, Kenny, decided to convince me that he should have a click in his ear. And so that way I can line everything up so much easier now. Because I do all the video editing too. So
yeah,
it makes my job so much easier. But playing there was a dream, and I can't wait to play there again.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the, I think that every band that's serious, I think that's one of the venues that they, want to play. And I think like the Machine Shop in Michigan, I think is another one. And there's a lot of smaller venues that are arena size, in the musician's mind. And that's cool to have those little venues. Now, a few of your previous tracks have been featured in, like Shoes, have gained global recognition because of being featured in AEW, which is the All Elite, wrestling. The one for the brother versus brother match between Cody and Dustin Rhodes, and how'd that come about?
Sorry, I think my screen froze there for a second, but I heard the question.
Yeah, did you hear it? Did you hear the question?
Yeah, I heard.
Okay,
I did. I heard the question. So that one came about because Cody's wife, Brandy, had heard our first single that we put out called Walkout. And she really liked it, and she showed Cody, and then we got all looped in on on a big email chain. That's when I knew it was for real.
right.
And he was saying that he didn't let me know details, but Cody said, I have a match coming up, and I have this and that, and I'm looking for something of this style, I guess, because he's a gamer. So there's something from Red Dead Redemption, and I was like, brother, you came to the right place. I'm from Kentucky. I got this. And so I went in the studio that weekend and wrote and recorded a new song that we end up working with him again, called "Not Afraid to Die." But I was thinking the whole time that they were wanting that song. Then he dropped it on me and said, "I want shoes," in an email, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Cool. I don't know how this is gonna work. This song's not necessarily about this, but it's dope." And so that's how that came about. And it would spend about probably 3 weeks negotiating back and forth between it, and then we inked the deal, and I got a text that Saturday morning from them saying congratulations, and I was like, "What?" And then my Twitter and Instagram, everything was like, just go. I was like, "Oh, they dropped it. They dropped the video." Yeah, which is wild though, because my roommate, I was living in Los Angeles at the time, and my roommate at the time, or flatmate, if you're listening in England,
right.
we did not share the same room. He actually is a really great actor. His name's Daniel, and he just was allowed to announce that I've known, but he is now allowed to tell people publicly. But he did an episode on the show Young Rock, and he plays Cody's dad, Dusty Rhodes.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I got you. The Rock's like sitcom or whatever it is.
Yeah, the Young Rock. So he plays Dusty Rhodes. I was like, what? How crazy are the two? He's from Louisville too. I'm like, how crazy are these two boys from Louisville in Los Angeles like end up becoming friends, and we're like have an apartment, and then I work with Cody and Dustin Rhodes, and then he plays their father in the show, and I was like, life is weird sometimes.
So before all this, were you a wrestling fan? And
yeah,
okay. It's not because you're from Kentucky, right? It's just because you like wrestling.
It helps. being from Kentucky certainly helps.
Gotcha.
But I'd been to like 3 WrestleManias, I think.
Wow, you are a wrestling fan. That's better. That's bigger than what I've been to.
Some are better than others. The New Orleans one was awesome.
Oh,
I mean, it's nothing like seeing a parade come down the street with Hulk Hogan on top of it, smashing beers. Someone dressed like him. It's like, okay. I was like, this is my first time in New Orleans too, and I was like, this is the way to do it. If I was gonna do it, it's like this.
I'm trying to think back when I was a kid. When I lived in California, I remember going to a WWF back then. That's how old. That's how long this was. WWF event, and it had Dusty Rhodes. I don't know how old you are. I may be outdating myself, but I'm 44 as of today.
Oh, happy birthday!
Thank you. Back in the 80s, Dusty Rhodes had a manager named Sapphire, and when I seen him live at this event with her, and I can't remember who he wrestled, but he was definitely a charismatic character. And I seen the Bushwhackers too. Remember those two guys?
The Bushwhackers.
Yeah,
I know exactly.
Looking at each other's heads and like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, the Big Boss Man. Before I think he passed away, but
those are icons right there.
Yeah, and then I've been to SmackDown when it was in India a couple times. I think the closest I ever got to a ring was like 4th row, in my
That's nice.
I still remember the last one. It was when Rey Mysterio premiered in WWE. He come popping up out of the stage, and the ramp. That was pretty cool. But I digress. We'll save the wrestling for another chat. We can always make another episode of that.
I'm down.
That's so cool that you got to work with Cody, and I hear he's a pretty cool dude. He's pretty nice to talk to, and I don't know if you got to meet him in person.
Yeah, he so I hadn't met him in person until that point, and then I was in Nashville for some like CMA week stuff, and it was this was like what? Okay, so this has been November 2019, a few years ago now. It's crazy. So I was there for some CMA stuff the same week, and AEW came to town. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I reached out, and I hadn't met him. I didn't know. And I'm not going to bug them and blow them up and text them all the time. That's just not who I am. And they came down. I hit them up. I asked, I was like, "Can I come to the show, whatever?" And they said, "Yeah." They gave me backstage access. I went
Nice.
back there. The first person I met when I walked in was Brandy, which was appropriate because she was the first person I spoke to about the
Right.
whole thing. And then Cody comes up and he's like, "Where's Ian?" And I was like, right here." Right. But he was, I mean, because at that time he was also an EVP backstage. So he was busy. I mean, he
Yeah.
had people come up to him the whole time. He still sat there and talked to me for like 15, 20 minutes, and he didn't
Right.
have to.
Right. He didn't book you in some kind of celebrity match out there, did he?
That would have been cool. That would have been cool. I would have failed miserably.
He's like,
But
Ian, you're going to take a chair shot, but
I would have,
just take it. It won't hurt that bad.
he'd give me a real chair.
I
That'd
have
have been the greatest frog splash I've ever seen.
right, right. So what's next for the Ian Abel band, man? What can we expect to see?
Well, I've already submitted 4 songs to drop at the start of next year, and I'm gonna try to do like February. Let's see. So I'm personally traveling to Brazil for a couple weeks. Never been there. Gonna go there.
You know it's currently winter in Brazil right now, right? The seasons are reversed.
I think it's summer.
No, summer just ended.
Because it's winter here, isn't it?
No. Oh wait, yeah, it is summer. Yeah, you're right. Winter just ended there, which is crazy because I didn't think Brazil had a winter, but you know.
Yeah. I'm not sure what dimensional playing field you're in, but if you're in the summertime, I'm coming up. Okay.
Well, you're not too far from me, so you know it's not summer, and
yeah, I'm tired of this cold already.
Snow on the ground, which I hate. So
yeah, so I'm gonna go to Brazil for a couple weeks, tour around, check things out, and then coming back right as that, there'll be 1 song drop, and then I guess like 6-7 weeks later, another one.
Okay.
I'm dropping 4 right at the start of the year. They're all unreleased stuff, unless you were at shows where we headlined the Troubadour or the Viper Room or played the Hotel Cafe or Whiskey a Go Go. Unless you were there, you've not heard these songs, so that's going to be fun.
Awesome.
And then my drummer just built a studio in Texas. They own a ranch down there. Just built this nice studio. Nice. I was like, all right, so we're gonna take a month to go down there with some music and start, trying to expand and play more shows. This is the game plan.
There you go. Are you gonna take some time off for the holidays and relax, or are you gonna just keep working?
There's no rest for the wicked.
I know that's right.
Keep up.
I figured my interviews would start dying down with being Thanksgiving, but your Tom, the publicist, emails me almost every day. Hey, I'm doing these. I'm doing this. I'm pitching this band. I'm pitching that band. I'm like, send them my way. I'll set it up.
I love Tom. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I'm probably one of his most. I've done most of my interviews have been from him. So,
oh, nice.
Where can we find your guys' music and see what's going on with you guys, where you're going to be and stuff like that?
So active on all social media, just Ian Abel Band. It's always at Ian Abel Band, whether it's TikTok or YouTube. I secured that. You can tag us on YouTube and things like that. All music on all streaming platforms. We're even on Audius, which is like a cryptocurrency based music platform. I don't know.
Hey,
we're on there too.
No publicity is bad publicity, right?
I was like, fine. Everyone else on there is EDM stuff, and I'm like, not shoes, but eyes is kind of EDM-ish, it's synth, so it'll be fine. So we're there. Got a website, ianabel.band. It's admittedly not as great as like the social media is just, the calling. So if anyone's looking for me, I'm there.
Awesome, man. Once again, you're watching from the green room. My guest tonight is Ian Abel of the Ian Abel Band. Check the video out for Eyes on You. Shot at or live footage from the Troubadour Troubadour in West Hollywood, California,
and some really sexy dancers.
yeah, that's why I said visually alluring.
Very much so.
out now, as well as the music. Find out what they're up to and all the all your popular social media platforms, and stream their music and all the popular streaming services as well. And as always, man, anytime you want to jump in and chat with me, it could be about wrestling, it could be about new music. Just let me know, and we'll get you on.
All right, sounds good to me, man.
And as always, the all those links will be in the video description below to my 10 followers that are listening or that might see this. So, but yeah, man, thanks again for jumping on and sitting with us in the green room, and look forward to doing it again soon.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Awesome. You have a good night.